So let's get started. So first of all, I'll create an action mapping. I'll call it dash, and let's give it keyboard key X. So when I press X, the player should do dash. Now on event dash, our player should move forward with a speed higher than what his movement speed is currently. So what we will do is we just add movement input, and the direction should be the forward looking direction. Get forward vector. This will be unit vector of the capsule component looking in forward direction. We'll multiply it with some float. Oh no, we just need the direction, so no need of multiplication here. Okay, so whenever we press X, our character should move. So it's very little now because it's happening for a microsecond. So what we are going to do is, to make this dash a little more prevalent, we are going to add a timeline, and let's name it dash. So as soon as the player presses dash, it starts playing this timeline. So at t equals to 0, the value should be 0. At t equals to, it will be a quick dash, so let's make it for 0.25 seconds. The value would be 1, and this timeline is for 0.25 seconds. Alright, so now on update, let's add movement input to the player. See, whenever I'm pressing X, the player is moving forward. I'm not pressing the forward key, I'm pressing X. So player is moving forward, but we don't want that. We don't want it to move with that animation, we want it to dash. So, and we want it to move with a higher speed. So what we are going to do is, we are going to get the character movement component and set velocity, or let's set max walk speed. Yeah, so this is the speed with which he is walking now. If we just check here, you see that the max walk speed is 600. So let's just keep the max walk speed to 2000 as soon as the player presses dash button. And now play it again. It doesn't make any change. Okay, that's because there's still some kind of acceleration. So let's deceleration, or we need to go to character movement, and acceleration is 2048. It's the max acceleration. Let's change that. Let's increase its value. Max acceleration. Set max acceleration to some other value now, which will be very high, very high. So it is 2048. Let's multiply it by 10, so it will be around 20,000. Now let's check how yes, so player is kind of dashing, not exactly, but even if I try to move, the speed and acceleration is same. So whenever the dash is complete, we need to reset the acceleration and max speed back to their original values. So on finished, let's just copy these two. So when our script is finished, when our dashing is complete, let's set our max acceleration to 2048 back to what it was, and max speed to 600. Alright, yes, so our player is kind of dashing. It's moving forward, but now it's moving with a walk animation. So what I did is, I just created a small animation called dash. It's not an animation, I actually created this from a pose. So it's a single pose, and the player looks like he is dashing. So let's play this animation whenever our player presses dash. So let's play animation dash, third person dash. Yeah, this is the animation you want to play. We don't want it to be looping. Okay, let's just try playing it first. So he's dashing, but now he's not returning back to his original position. We need to do that. So when our dash is ended, let's make him return to his original set anim mode to use animation blueprint. Will this work? Let's check. Yes, it's working. So whenever we dash, we also want to play a sound. There's a dash sound. Let's just play this sound. Whoosh. Let's add some particles. Particle system and attach it to our mesh. And let's set this particle system to dash fire, which I just created. So at the beginning, let's set the visibility of this particle system. We don't want it to be visible all the time, and whenever the player dashes, we want it to be visible. So let's set the visibility to true. And when the dash is finished, let's reset the visibility back to false. Okay. Yeah, so that was the dash tutorial. Let me know if you want some more tutorials. This dash tutorial was requested by one of my new subscribers. If you like what you saw, do support me on Patreon, like this video, share it with your fellow developers. RGB guy signing off. On to the next one. Bye bye.